Hey, I think I already mentioned a while ago this online camera store, camerastore.com, camera with the K. They buy, refurbish and sell used cameras and lenses and other gear. And for the full transparency, a while ago I invested some of my own money into that company. Like, I believe in film photography. I also believe in circular economy. It's good for the planet. And then I believe in those guys. I mean, they are young guys. They could be age-wise my kids. And they built an amazing, well-oiled machine. I mean, they built their own tooling and test equipment. You know, they manufacture some spare parts. They train their own engineers and mechanics. They have courses for those. And then they sell globally. Like, they have created this international reach that you can buy those cameras from wherever you want to buy them. And, you know, I was first a customer and I like their products. That's why I got a little bit more involved. They buy cameras from all over the place, different kind of sources, from individuals like you and me, from estate sales, from old distributors and other commercial sources. And then they inspect what they bought, and they divide those cameras and lenses and all gear. Basically, that's how I understand it, into 3 different categories. You know, first, there are cameras that they fix. They go through every details, like light seals, shutters, mechanics, lenses. Give them ratings, fix them if needed, and put them on their website. You got an individual picture of that particular camera you are interested in. Not just any generic picture, but really that camera. And then, so that's one category of products. Then the other category is those that are so broken that it doesn't make any sense to fix them. So those are mostly spare parts. And then finally, they sell some of the stuff without fixing it. Like, some cameras are, maybe the retail price is so low that it doesn't make any sense to fix them. And there's something a little bit wrong, but they sell them separately in an outlet buy, sort of an outlet sale. Last week and last Saturday, they had an outlet sale here in Tampere. There was a hall full of interesting camera gear, and people, a lot of people went through those bins and found interesting cameras and all that. It was an interesting day. During the day, I promised to organize a photo walk in the afternoon for those who are interested, just for the heck of it. And I think something like maybe 15, 20 guys showed up. So thanks for those of you who watched this and showed up. It was a nice day to walk around the hometown. I took the people into some of those places I would typically go when I shoot in my hometown. And I was expecting people to come up with exciting gear to that photo walk, which happened. There were Leicas and Hasselblads and others. So I went to another extreme. I had the worst camera that I owned with me, Soviet-made Etude. It said Smog, but it's an Etude. And I made a video about this camera. I put the link up there so you can if you are interested. And then as a film, to continue that line of really lo-fi aesthetics, I took Shanghai GP3 film, expired almost 10 years ago. So this combination, an interesting combination. And on the photo walk, I took these kind of pictures. Yeah, and then after the photo walk, it was time to close the outlet sale, and we headed downstairs. There's a pub in the downstairs, not run by these guys, but So we went there for a pint of beer and whatever anybody wanted as a refreshment. But I sneaked upstairs and grabbed something from a bin. I found a Kodak Brownie and I stole it. I mean, it was in a I think 250 bin. So I always know. I never wanted this camera. This is, by the way, a camera that if you follow any film photography discussion forum or YouTube channel or I don't know, like Facebook group, there's always somebody who shows up and says, I found this camera, is this valuable? And then somebody says, no, it's not valuable, it should be practically free. And then people get upset because they think that it should be worth something. But these really are not. This is the most simple camera anybody can get. This Model C is probably also the most primitive. But this was in a nice condition. Look at this. This is almost like brand new. And it sounds so awesome. I mean, you should get one of these, if nothing else, but only as a stress toy. Like this is so smoothing. It's simple. You can just take the front plate away, and you can see the mechanics underneath, and you can clean it up and fix it. Also, let me put it back. In the back, that's where the film goes, and it's also extremely primitive. So there's one problem with this camera. They don't make film for this anymore. It's so-called 620 film, and it's not being manufactured. But the thing is that the film is the same size as 120 roll film. That is, you can buy that film from almost anywhere. But the spool is slightly different, and 120 spool won't go inside of these 620 cameras. But if you got a 620 camera like this Brownie that has pretty wide tolerances, there's one trick that I'm gonna show you. So here's a 120 spool, and if you put it here, it won't work because it's too high. It doesn't go down enough. It just doesn't fit. So here's what you do. You take nail clippers, and then you clip the surroundings of this film spool like this. By the way, I was doing that in our living room on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning, and then my daughter came in and she said like, Daddy, are you cutting your fingernails on our living room sofa? And I said, no, I'm fixing a film. So you take this utmost, just as little as you can. You take this outside ring away. And this nail clipper, it curves exactly the right way. And then you do the same for the other spool that goes to the other side of the camera. And now it fits in. So suddenly with nail clippers, you made yourself a 620 film that fits into your Brownie. And I mean, with just a little bit mess, you can start to use your Brownie. Hey, so next day I headed out with my dog and I took a few pictures. I like the softness of this lens. This, not bad. I took these kind of pictures. So I invested in a company and now I steal from them. I mean, I might be in the big league with Enrons and others. I think the word that I would use here is embezzlement. I also learned a new word in English. See you around.